Good morning, everyone. Good evening or good afternoon, depending on where you are tuning in today. And we are going to be doing TimeBlazr Tuesday, which is telling you about the auspicious timing for the upcoming week. And more importantly, truthfully, is when we have some of the challenging days that are coming up, we also want to avoid those. Hello, everyone. My name is Kathleen Zemansky. For those of you who are new to me, I'm a business Feng Shui master, business astrologer, and the creator of the TimeBlazr business management system. So the TimeBlazr has been around literally for centuries, and it has always been used, this favorable timing system, which is based on the Chinese calendar, the 5 elements in your personal chart, the animals that are in your astrology chart as well, and then being able to select, program 100% to you, for you to take the right action at the right time. What does that mean? That means if you have a program, a service, a product that you want to launch, a website that you want to launch, a book that you're writing and you want to launch, a blog series that you're going to be starting, anything that has to do with launching, this system is ideal. Now, the system is also very good for helping you get back on track if you have gotten off track. Let's face it, we've been a little bit off track with what's been happening in the world with this pandemic. And I truly believe when you follow the things that are in your chart, your astrology chart, that are in the flow with what is available to you, that way you will be able to make, again, informed decisions based on the hidden talents that are there. So I'm going to talk about this as we go through. I'm going to go through with you a couple of things with the live demo. But first, if you are new to me, please go ahead and subscribe, share, comment, and like, because if you do that, we are able to continue to provide this wonderful service for you. So we need you to help spread this word around. So if you like us, go ahead and hit that like button. If you really like what you're hearing today, please leave a comment and share. That's really what's going to help us to deliver this type of content for you on an ongoing basis. Okay, so what I would like to do is hop right on over to the TimeBlazr and let's get started with what's available for us this week. Now, I'm going to start with the month view because I think it's important that you understand what's happening in this month view. And as you can see, there's a lot of colors, there's a lot of stars, there's some icons and all of that. So let's start with some of the things that we can do with this particular calendar. And again, this is programmed to each and every individual. And what I would like you to know that there are links already below that you can click on to get your 30-day free trial, absolutely free, no credit card required. I'll tell you a little bit more about that at the end, but there's a lot of free resources that I want you to tap into, especially in this time where it is a bit challenging, so you can get back on track, stay on track, or even elevate yourself if you are in that trajectory. Okay, let's again look at the TimeBlazr. Up at the top here, as you can see, there's a bunch of icons that are ticked right here. Right under the month, it says August 20. There's a number of different icons. For right now, I'm going to take them away. That's in that top middle bar. I'm going to take those away just so I can explain the calendar a little bit better to you. Now, what I'm going to be talking about, like I said, is August the 26th, because this is TimeBlazr Tuesday, but I always start with the following day for my followers who are in different time zones. I don't want you to miss a beat. So if you want to know at the time of this recording, which is Tuesday, you may want to go back to last week's and look at the 25th, because it is really actually a pretty fabulous day if you still have time for doing something on this day. Otherwise, we're going to talk about the 26th all the way through September the 1st. Now, in the calendar, what we're going to start seeing is, like I said, green and white days. Now, the differentiation between a green day and a white day is that this is the base, what you are seeing right here. This is the base for everyone's calendar. So we have to start out with some foundational pieces. And so what we're doing is we're calculating your personal astrology chart. I'm going to show you that in just a second. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at different aspects of your chart for you to make these informed decisions about your business. So the thing that I want you to understand, that if it's a white day void of any color on this month view, you're going to see it in the daily view as well, that you're going to start seeing that the energy of the day is diminished, so it doesn't get that distinction of green. To me, in my world, for the TimeBlazr, for you, green means go. So we want to look at dates that are really going to help you to really take that business to that next level, okay? So if it's a white day, you still obviously can work. We just want you to find the biggest vibrant energies within any given day to do important activities. Otherwise, then I want you to do your admin work, do some follow-up things that you needed to do, finish up that report that needs to get finished up. But make sure that when you're interacting with your clients that you're doing it on a really auspicious day and time. All right, so then the next layer is we have a star system. The star system, again, now starts to personalize, but is starting to say that your astrology is going to relate to either 5 stars being the most vibrant, and it could be on a green or white day. It doesn't really matter, because it's the astrology of the day that's connecting, not the ingredients so much, okay? Then it will go all the way down to 0. 5 is going to be your highest number. 0 is going to be the lowest, but it can go either on a green day or a white day. So I just need you to watch to make sure that you're launching on those vibrant green days. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is you can do these filters. Like I said, you can either bring them all back or we can look at doing some sort of, let's say we're going to start working with a new client. Beginning a new job, working with a new client is the same. We're going to be sending an invoice on this, and let's even say we're going to be signing a contract. So then what you do is you go to the, there's 2 rows of gray boxes on the right hand side of the chart. Hit the search button, and then that's going to, oops, I hit the wrong button, that's my fault. You hit the selected button. Oops, hold on, I'm going to hit begin a new job, we're going to hit receivables, and we are going to hit the signed contract, and we hit selected, excuse me, that's my mistake, hit selected. So then that is going to start showing you some of the things that are available in any given month. Now you could put them all back as easy as I took them out, but I want to look at, like, what do I really want to accomplish next week? So I have a contract that I want to sign, so I want to see if I can hit it on that particular day. By the way, this is not my TimeBlazr, it's for someone else's, so when I say it is talking about this particular person. Okay, let's now hop into a day. So what I'm going to do on each and every day is I'm going to talk about the day of what is general about it, and then let me just hop back to the month really quick. As you can see that there's different types of days. The 26th is an initiate day, then we have a destruction day, a risk reward, etc., etc. So throughout our time together, you are going to see, if you will, all of the days described. So I'm going to talk about the navigation of this first day, and then I'll go a little bit more quickly unless there's something I want to point out to you during the during the days. Okay, all right. So what is unique or general, I'm going to start with general to everyone, is the day of the week. So it's Wednesday, August the 26th for everyone. And then let's drop down a couple of boxes where it says unfavorable, initiate, yin, metal, ox. All right, so it's an unfavorable day, so we know it is going to be what we call that white day. So we're going to just know that there's something in this day that is a little bit diminished. It's not going to be super vibrant. Wouldn't particularly launch anything on this day, but I certainly would work and get some things things done. I've got big aspirations. So this calendar has helped me so much. It's almost like my built-in little coach or accountability. When I have a deadline, actually one of my clients even said that when I have that 2-hour time slot, the best of the day, it's like a 2-hour sprint. What can you get done during that time? And I happen to agree with her. I really plan out my days looking at the calendar to find out whether or not the TimeBlazr is favorable to me and what days can I use to make some things happen. Okay, now let's go back to the TimeBlazr again. And so what we have here is a unfavorable initiate day. So since it's unfavorable, we don't really want to use it to begin anything, but an initiate day does mean that we are going to begin something. So starting with a new client, things like that. But as you can see, it is not a real favorable day to do that. But I could start something, but I'll show you where I would start it at. Now, we have to look at the next two set of boxes where it says positive and negative influences. So we have to take the ingredients of the positive influences as well as the negative influences. This is on the left-hand side, kind of midsection of the TimeBlazr. And then we need to overlay it through the entire day because the positive and negative influences really are the prevailing energy. So we have to look at it from top to bottom. Anything else that might be available during that time frame, then we have to add those positive and negative influences. And what I've done is when I've translated them from the Chinese more esoteric terminology, I turned it into standard business English while keeping the pure essence of what this calendar is about because it's personalized to you. I tried to make it in standard business English, but if you feel like you need more help as far as what some of the terms are, I would recommend that you hop on over to where it says resources and then just click on the guidebook number 3, which will give you some of that more in-depth terminology if those terms aren't intuitive, along with a number of other different training videos, et cetera, et cetera. So you definitely want to hop over there. That got put up by accident there. So, okay. So then what the other things we want to talk about is the hours. Now the hours we're going to start out, as you can see, at midnight is the rat hour. And then at the bottom of the page, there's another rat. So one's an early rat from midnight to 12:59 a.m. And then the late rat is from 11 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. All the rest are 2-hour time slots, and they follow sequentially with the zodiac. So the first animal of the beginning of any astrological cycle in Chinese astrology is the rat. So it starts with the rat hour and then it's 2-hour time slots. So it's a 12-hour calendar versus a 24. It's still 24, but they're 2-hour time slots, if you understand that, okay? Then the next piece that we have is we have the commentary, or what is the availability within the hours. So there's 3 ways that it's going to show up. So let's look at the goat hour. The goat hour is between 1 and 2:59 a.m. So it's going to say goat and then the hour right below. So for you to understand that easily. But as you can see, it's red with all minuses. Red with all minuses means negative. So avoid that hour if at all possible. The second type, let's look at just the hour above it from 11 to 12:59 p.m. The horse hour. It has positive that's blue with the plus and the minus with the red. So it's mixed. So what it's saying there is you really do need to watch out because it's not perfect energy. There might be some things that can be holding you back. So you just have to figure out what that is and then choose whether or not you want to use that time slot or not. So remember when I said, what is the best time of the day? Well, there's some times that are super, super early in the morning. Don't want anyone to lose sleep, but you certainly could send out an autoresponder at that time. But the best time on the 26th is going to be 3 to 4:59 p.m. That 2-hour time slot, I propose you will get more done in that 2-hour time slot than you will done in the entire day if you leave that most important activity then, but really focus and work on it. Things will flow so much better for you during that time slot. Okay, now let's talk about how this gets personalized. Let's talk about the energy of the day first. As you can see, it's a 1-star day. I'm back on the left-hand side of the screen here, and it's just 1 star for this particular person. Now, it also has an icon. The icons will only pull through actually it'll pull through everything. Not only, it will pull through everything that's available to you on any particular day. The only place where it's going to filter out like the ones that you pre-select is in that month view. Otherwise, it's just going to pull everything through on the day view so you can see what's always available to you each and every day. All right, so that's one piece of personalization. And again, what I'm talking about when we're personalizing, we're looking at your astrology chart. So your astrology chart is right here within the TimeBlazr. So it's the year, month, day, and hour of birth if you know it. And so the year of birth is about your brand, your reputation, your marketing, how far and wide your message is going to go, your social media, if you will. This is a very important pillar for your business because sometimes it is literally about who you know versus what you know. Hopefully you know some things as well, but it's also about the people that you know and help can elevate your status up a bit more. The month of birth is about your career, your character, what you're best suited at doing. So this is also affected in the TimeBlazr. So if you're really working on a business strategy, this is the pillar that's going to be most important. The day of birth is about your personal growth. It's about, it really is a very important pillar that we want to obviously protect because it is mostly about you, the whole persona of who you are, your mindset. This is where I feel many of the people that I speak to, those are the ones that are, their mindset is like just this whole monkey mind thing kind of going on. So that is a thing that can actually trip people up. So you want to really be working on that personal growth. And believe me, it's a lifelong discipline. So meditation, your exercise, the thoughts that you have and things like that. Those are all personal growth things. And believe me when I tell you, at my age, you think that you have gone through all of the things that you need to and all the personal growth, and yet we have another life lesson come in. And, actually, I see this happen with the astrology as well. So if you have certain animals in your chart and they're not favorable in 2020, then you're going to start seeing, I have a little bit of a life lesson to learn there. So especially in the year of the rat, you got a horse in your chart, you probably have a life lesson you are learning at this very moment. Okay, so then in the hour of birth, if you know it, I realize some people do not because their birth records got lost, adoption, etc. But if you do know it, it's a very important pillar because it is about your goals. It's about achieving your goals. It's about setting your goals. It's about your R&D, your research and development, and it's also about your legacy. What are you on this earth for, and how can you make it a better place? So that's a very, very important pillar if you know it. Okay, back to the TimeBlazr, but as you can see, this is a very important concept to know about yourself so that you know how to use the TimeBlazr in a really important way. There's so many other things within the chart. Obviously, that's more for a private reading or some other things that we're offering as well. Okay, back to the TimeBlazr. And then, so the astrology that I was talking about, it's going to either give you 5 to 0 stars based on, in this particular case, the yin metal ox. Well, not real vibrant for this particular person. It's still usable, but it's not that vibrant. Now, we do the same with the hours of the day. You're going to see anywhere from 0, like in the dragon hour, even though it's a crappy hour anyway, it's neutral to this person. There's nothing in their chart that really relates to the dragon and the ox in the day. So we say, okay, leave it alone. Then we're going to go into something like, let's look at the 11 to 12:59, even 9 to 12:59. There's 1 star. It's not about the ingredients in the box or the vibrancy or non-vibrancy in the box. It's relating to either the snake during the 9 o'clock hour or the horse at the starting at the 11 o'clock hour. Again, I don't think I would use these so much. I would prefer to use the 3 to 4:59 or the 7 to 8:59, or even look at the 9 to 10:59. There's some really good energy. And please note the teal color in the 9 to 10:59 area, because this is saying that something's going to happen very, very, very quickly. Now, this, again, some of those hours are a little bit late in the day, but again, use some autoresponders, maybe attend an evening networking event or training session or something like that. But use that 3 o'clock hour. To me, that's the best hour for this person during this day. And the others, this is where you're going to be doing more of your admin work. All right, now we're going to speed it up a little bit as we go to the other days, now that you know how to navigate each day. All right, so the next day we're going to be looking at is the 26th. The 26th is a favorable destruction day. Now, typically, I am not a fan of a favorable or of a destruction day, but when it's favorable, we can power through some things. If you need to reboot something, if you really want to get in there and archive some files and maybe really like change a bad habit, this is the day to do it, because it will knock down the old and leave space for the new. Now, I like remove days for this a little bit better, but it's, until a remove day comes about, this is our best chance. Personally, on this day, I am going to go through my digital files, and I'm going to spend a good couple of hours just going through and cleaning up like old emails and just digital files. I'm running out of space on my hard drive with all of this, all these Zoom meetings and recordings. Like, I work literally 100% right now online, whether it be for Feng Shui, timing, or astrology, or universal gateway. So we're really looking at a lot of recordings that are really piling up. Do I really need to keep them all? Well, that's what I'm going to find out on Thursday. Okay, so on this day, we love this day for many, many reasons. One, it's a green day, so it's favorable. Number 2, we see that on this day we have this teal box. So this is going to prevail over the entire day. So things are going to happen very quickly. So this is going to help very, very much for getting rid of things quickly with ease. Don't turn back. So plan this day out. What do you need to archive? What do you need to destroy? Not even archive. What, like shred, those kinds of things. What do you need to put in order? What habit do you want to change for the better? So getting rid of the old to make space for the new, right? So this is not a day to start an exercise program. This is the day to do the cleanse. Like, do a full day cleanse on this day. This is just like clear everything out so you have more space in your clothes even, right? So there's a lot of different ways that you can use this. All right, then the other thing that I would definitely be doing on this day, because we have this word benevolence, set yourself a nice intention. You should be setting an intention every single day. That's why I put down the daily goals and intentions. What I want you to do is I want you to write out, like, if nothing else, what else do you want to complete each and every day? And that intention for you to get there. All right, so on this particular day, we see that on a green day, I'm going to really pop out. Look at the goat hour between 1 and 2:59 p.m. We see that the color is a little bit darker green. So this is going to help you see right at a glance that that's the best hour. And it has 3 stars for this particular person. So for you, it may be 0. It depends on what's in your astrology chart for you to be able to discern whether that's a usable hour for you or not. Okay, so let's move on to the 28th. Okay, the 28th, for this particular person, look at all of those icons. 4-star day. It's an excellent risk-reward day. Now, an excellent risk-reward day basically means that you are pretty certain of the outcome. So you've got everything lined up. Let's say, for example, it's a website that you had decided because you had been working on it and all these things. So you've got your video, you've got your new headshots, you got your new copy, all of your new photos, you have all of your whole website indexed, so you got a good backup system, you got a nice you have a excellent server that's going to support what you're doing. Your shopping cart is all in order. All of your links are working. You're 99% sure that it's going to work. Boom, this is the day that you would want to launch if this is a day that would be matched for you. Now, on this particular person, again, look, it is got that little rocket there and the megaphone for marketing. This would be a superb day to launch if this works out for you to be a good day. So again, between 11 and 12:59 are the best times for this particular person, 2-star day. And then again, between 3 and 6:59 a.m. Again, more for autoresponder kind of things versus you being up. And thing I want you to also understand about the TimeBlazr is that the TimeBlazr is for the time zone that you are in. So just think about it. If you have a website at this point, let's face it, you have an international business. How well you're being seen, that's something to be determined. You can do your own Google search to figure out your particular rankings. But people around the world or in different time zones are waiting to hear from you. So I would really get into that time, that mindset that you're sending things out via your autoresponders, because somewhere it's not going to be 5 o'clock in the morning. It might be, several hours into the afternoon. So you want to think about how you want to initiate the energy from your end so it triggers to bring a better outcome for you. Okay, so this was a really nice day. So let's go to the 29th. Now, as you can see, we had a dip in energy again. And even though this is a 3-star day for this person, it is an unfavorable success day. A success day is kind of sounds like an oxymoron because it's a success day. How could it be unfavorable? Like I said, there's many formulas that are within each and every day, month, year of the TimeBlazr. And so it is looking at these formulas, not necessarily what that particular day label and usage would be. So again, this might be more of a day that you are going to be doing a little bit more of that admin work, of just kind of catching up. Now, I do want to also point out, look at the 3 to 6:59 p.m. We have travel block there. I loosen even my own criteria when I see travel block. Now, travel block is when you're in more ancient times, we had travel was much more dangerous than it is today, and it was a huge caravan that would take you, for months at a time. That would take you on a extended stay or whatever. And so we really had to look at a lot of things, like weather and other dangerous hazards and things like that, which route we were going to be taking. All of that was determined by the person's astrology using, if you will, universal gateway, which is Qimendunjia in China, in Chinese. But we're now looking at, well, people don't travel like that anymore. People are barely even traveling today, but people are getting back into the workforce. I was actually out. I haven't gone out too much, but just more for necessity and things like that. But I was out a couple of days ago, and I was actually surprised to see how much traffic I was sitting in. I live in Northern California, and I'm on very close to that 101 corridor, if you know what that means. Traffic jam nightmare constantly. Pre-COVID. Right now, traffic is picking up a little bit, so I do need you to be careful when you're out on the road. But I also look at it as potential like yesterday in the US anyway, Zoom crashed because all the kids were going back to school, first day of school, and the servers couldn't hold it. This is also travel block. Your message gets blocked. So that's something that I want you to start thinking about as well. So do be careful during this time, but I really feel that the travel block times are a little bit more usable. Again, from 3 to 6:59 versus maybe pettiness or something like that, because then that starts getting into pettiness, or look at the 3 o'clock hour where we have that counterproductive. If it was in the waking hours of the day, then I would be more concerned about that and being much more cautious. Again, this is for like, I have to pick up the phone and talk to a client or things like that. Now, keep in mind, you might just be finding out about me and go, well, Kathleen, sorry, my schedule is completely booked for next week and there's no way that I can change it. Great. What I want you to do is look at those terms. How do you modify your behavior so you come out on top? Remember, there's a good core of this particular TimeBlazr that is personalized to you, but there's a lot that's general for many people. So with that said, whatever's happening on that base calendar is happening for everyone. So have a little bit of compassion if somebody's late or, flubs up an appointment. This is just really kind of uncertain times in all cases, right? All right, let's go to the 30th. 30th. So on this day, it is a receive day. And receive is about receiving. It's about allowing things to come to you. This is a great day to send out your receivables if you have some clients that are in arrears. But it's also just receiving, like self-care and things of that nature. So it is also when you're asking for help is really, this is a good day to ask for help. So think about that when you're using a day like today. Again, if you're going to be asking for help, you do it during a good time. Now, I want to point out something as well right here. Let's presume that you are working a 9-to-5 day. If you're an entrepreneur, you're probably not, but let's assume 9 to 5. All right. On this 9 to 5, as you can see, we don't really have very many usable, vibrant times. Well, that really is no fault other than that's the system that's been around, tried and true for thousands of years. So with that said, every day is not going to be super usable. So you're going to have to, again, just look at some of the ingredients and go, okay, this is what's happening. I need to modify my behavior and or modify my schedule. But this obviously is not going to be the greatest day to launch something either. And so really what you're going to want to do is, again, just look at how you can best use this day. Now, you could, it is a Sunday, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. It is between 7 and 8:59 a.m. In the U.S., most people, but, there are, realtors and things like that, that's their big day here in the U.S. to show properties. I don't know about other parts of the world, but in the U.S., Sunday is prime time for realtors. And even though they probably are still working virtually at virtual open houses and things like that, some of them are opening up in some states where they're allowing in person, but for the most part, it is a virtual, kind of the virtual reality that we're living in right now, right? Okay. All right. So let's move on to the 31st. The 31st, woohoo, we're back to a very nice day here. So I want you to see something that's unique about this day. This is a super fantastic day. One, it's an excellent day. So when the system is a green day, there's 3 levels of vibrancy: fair, favorable, excellent. Excellent being the top of the hierarchy. We love excellent days. And we also love open days because they are about opportunities. So this is a wonderful day for any of you thinking about launching something if there's enough stars there and enough icons there, then go ahead and use this day. Now, what I want you to look at a couple of things. Do you see the teal box in the positive influences as well as in the monkey hour between 3 and 4:59? Well, that means during those two, and look, for this person, it's a 4-star day. Woohoo, this is amazing. All right, so that means quick action all day long, good or bad. Remember, when it's in the prevailing energy of the day, the positive influences looks at the entire day. So we have to look at it both in the good time slots and the really positive ones. But during that 3 to 4:59 time slot, what we have is quick action during, so it's so fast, the response that you're going to get. So this would be a day to massively bulk, whatever you want to call your email correspondence, proposals, sending out prospecting, emails, start a funnel, start a social media campaign, start something new that's going to bring opportunities and visibility to your business. This is a superb day if it's good for you. How do you know it's good for you? Look at the stars that's right under the date, and if it has at least 3 stars, I would go for it, because it's got very good for green light means let's go ahead. You're an authority. Leadership is like an influencer. Revitalize, that really helps people get back on track, especially like this time where people have really kind of fallen off like some routines. People are getting back, thankfully, but if you have some clients or even yourself that have like fallen off of like good practices, good discipline and practices, use this day to help you get back on track. Remember last week that on that Destructor Day, we destroyed things to make space. Here's your space, my friends. Go ahead and use it to your benefit. So really clear out things that you can now then take that to the next level. Here's your next level strategy. Okay, then let's see, what else do we have? You could even have some sort of even class on this day between 3 and even go into that 5 to 6:59 p.m. hour, because this can get you, a lot of signups as well. But I would, for this person, I would try to do my offer between 3 and 4:59 because you definitely will get your quick answer and response, and you will know. Now, this goes without saying, I hope. You can't just use this and have nothing to launch. You have to have some value. You have to have a program. You have to have something that you can go, here, this is my great offering. This is my price. It's very reasonable. It's very content rich. Click this link and sign up right here. That's how you use it, okay? If you don't have anything to offer, or if all of your collateral is crap, is laden with mistakes, doesn't even work, this system is not magic. This is an action-based system that's going to help you really take your business to the next level, but you have to be ready for it, okay? So get ready, because I'm going to continue doing this until. But right now, this is where you can get your help on many different aspects. All right, now let's go to the last day that we're going to talk about this week. And it is a close day. It's a favorable close day. So we've got a bunch of different things going on this day that I want to tell you about very quickly. A close day means that you are closing things up. This is, dotting all the T's, crossing the I's, and going, okay, we're done, we're finished. This would be closing up a project, finishing up that chapter of the last chapter of your book and go, fini. I'm ready to send it to the publisher. Those are the ways that you can use a close day. The other thing that we have in this particular day is we have that quick action, 9 to 10:59. We've got that, and then a couple of other really great time slots as well. I want to point out gifted physician here in the positive influences. The gifted physician means it's a great day to go get a physical, go to the dentist. I'm sure, a lot of elective things got put off because of COVID. So this is a day, but this is general for everyone. And I've got something that's really even more powerful. I'm going to show you a filter in the TimeBlazr. So again, what I want you to do is go to the month. Then I want you to go to search. This is where I accidentally took you at the beginning. So go to the search. This is that middle button on the second row of the gray tabs. So go to search. And then what I want you to do is I want you to go to activators. Just showing you, teach you something real quick. It's in your astrology chart, by the way. It will be at the bottom of the chart where it says activators. And you could either, mentors, wisdom, charisma, travel, wellness. This is what we're looking at right here. So you can look for the animal. You can look for it within your own chart, which this person does. So this person is actually quite lucky that they have their own wellness in there. And then they also, this can also be directional feng shui wise. But we know that the South in 2020 is a little bit precarious. So we may want to stay away from that. But let's go. And here's how you can do any of those filters. Click on wellness and then hit search. So at this point, this is now searching the database for all the days, positive and negative, that would be good for, and remember, it was the horse day. So it just goes through the system very quickly and finds all of those days that are good for you. So yeah, we already talked about this day, but basically what you're going to want to do, that's a Saturday. This one's kind of far out, but far out as in time, but I just wanted to show you, even though this is a Saturday, you could also use this to go get a massage or something like that. So you click on it, it takes you right to the day and right to that filter. All right, and let's see. And then if you want to print these out as a PDF, you can print out the whole year that you have access to, or the month that you have access to, or each individual month, and then you can have it as a paper calendar as well. All right, and then, oops, I just started processing that and I didn't really want to do that. So let me take it back over here while I'm just talking to you right now. So that's really what we're going to finish up with today. I think the other thing that I wanted to tell you about, let me hop on over here, is every month, even though we're towards the end of the month, I do what's called the monthly forecast. So I do that and it's posted on TimeBlazr.com. That's one resource. And then I also wanted to let you know that once you run your chart and you have all of the various animals that you have in your chart, you could have up to 4 in your natal chart, but you may have some doubles. Go ahead and just go to my YouTube channel 2020 and listen to those animals. Now I have the month of August listed below. Next week we'll add in the rooster, but just go and find your animals, horse, dogs, pigs, whatever, and listen to the forecast so that can help you. The other thing that we are doing is giving away a complimentary 30-day free trial, and there's no credit card required for the TimeBlazr. So all you have to do is go to www.free30timetrial.com, and then you just list your information, and then almost immediately you will be blazing through time yourself. And then the final thing that I wanted to tell you about is that we are doing because my business model, by the way, is actually this: person, space, and time. So we talked about the space, which was your astrology. Then we talked about the TimeBlazr. And then this particular piece is I am doing a forecast that will start telling you where the monthly flying star energies are at, because I really believe that your space is so important right now. It can no longer be ignored. If people are not tapping into their space, they are literally throwing away 1/3 of the capacity of having control of your life. 1/3. Not doing and understanding your astrology, you're throwing out another 33%. That's 66% of your life. You're just saying, oh, I don't really care what's going on and I'm just going to do whatever. Not paying attention to time, that's another 33%. So are you in the camp that wants to take hold of 99% of their life, or the people who are just going to wing it? We can't live like that anymore. If you want literally a control over your life like you've never seen before, start tapping into person, space, and time. So I hope that helped you for this week. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you on TimeBlazr Tuesday next